So today we're at ADA Lab, but this time in Osaka, Japan. Last time we saw the one in Tokyo. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link right up here so that you can watch that. But this is a little bit smaller version, and they focus more on terrariums. So you can see here quite a good number of terrariums. We've got all the plants over there, which we'll take a look at. Also some products for sale, ADA items on this wall. And then there are more terrariums over there and some over here as well. But look at this tank over here. Before we start on this tank, let's take a look at this counter right here. So I think there's also a workshop here, so there are a few areas, seating areas where you can do a workshop and build something yourself, something like this, or an even larger one if you wish. But you can see these are really nice. I like these two because they're cryptocoryns, and yeah, I think they look really, really nice. But the other ones are cool too. Look at this plant. Yeah, this is the softenizer. Softens hard water, I'm guessing. But you can have it in a spray bottle as well. So yeah. And then here's a little paludarium, just a small one. You can see some Anubias nana petite, and then Laginandra, as well as 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀𝗀. Alright, let's take a look at this tank over here. This, I'm guessing, is a 6-footer, 180 centimeters. No, it's more than that. It looks much more than that. I'll put the dimensions up on the screen, but just look at this. Beautifully scaped. Amazing fish selection. And I like the substrate here. It's very unique. And you've got Laginandras and Tenalis growing together. And some really nice Anubias, the large types. And 𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝘀 as well. And then you've also, I think, got some orchids like growing, yeah, here for example. There's some orchids on the driftwood. I believe those are orchids, but yeah, really nice tank. And then they've even got the hole in here, circulation fan, so that doesn't fog up the inside and so that you get a good circulation of air inside. Really, really nice setup. Alright, let's move on. And ADA has also released a new product, which is this right here. It's the humidity, looks like ADA calls it the TH meter. But yeah, let's move on to this section over here. So you can see various little terrariums, very nicely set up. And of course, I do not know any of these plants except for this, 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝘀. I like this kind of setup, so simple. Let me know in the comments below, like, which your favorite setup is. That's kind of cool. Got a fly trapping plant. Venus flytrap. This is nice too. You've got dragonstone, and then inside it some kind of like moss, ricardia or something. I've actually got one of these tanks at home. I just haven't had the time to set it up. I do know what I want to do, what I want to create, but just haven't got around to doing it. This right here is one of my favorites. I just love the simplicity of the driftwood, like how it just fits perfectly. And of course, they'd cut it to fit the exact size of the tank, the jar, but it just looks so simple. Here's another one of that. It's like a floating log if you look from a distance. And then of course for all of these, you've got the ADA solar RGBs lighting them up. Alright, we'll take a look at this section a little bit. So up here you've got some of the nice glass containers. And then here, some soil products. Got a glass beaker. So I think that's a new ADA product there. And then down here as well, some products that you can only get here at ADA Lab or at the ADA Lab in Tokyo. And then here are products that you can also get at your ADA distributing shop, like all the tools. But these ones are only here. These tanks. They're the superior tanks, made of one piece of glass, so no silicone in them. Whereas these ones, you can see the coloration is different, but they do have a silicone seam. And then they do also have tissue cultured plants here. A good variety, a good selection of tissue cultured plants. And then we'll move on to this wall over here. And this is a wall that I'm probably not going to do much explaining because I don't know any of these plants. Well, they have the name tags, but they're also small, like I don't think I'll be able to read them for you. So you'll just have to pause and take a look. But yeah, all these plants are for sale, so if you come here and look, see a plant that you want to get, you are able to purchase them. This here is a nice terrarium, and in Japanese they all call this a paludarium, but I know we all call it terrarium, so I don't know why it's the opposite way in Japan. But this one's really nice. I love the driftwood, how it just sticks out, and it's a very strong looking driftwood there. And then you've got the soil exposed. I don't know if they plan on having this covered up in the future or they just want the dark contrasting color with all the plants. But I think it looks pretty neat. Got bromeliads as well. And then here's another one. But this one, I don't know if they have a driftwood in here. Looks like they're using rocks, lava stones, or the sansui stone. But you can see, out of these two, which one do you prefer? They're also using the new aquascape RGB here. This is the aquascape RGB 2, and it's able to adjust the colors, so you can, there's an app for this and you can have a few different settings. And then here's another showcase tank. And then some wabikusa, as well as moss on the unzan stone. And then this one I like because it's cryptocoryns, my favorite plant, Anubias, and bucephalandras here. And then over here is the workshop area I was talking about. So you sit down here and then you can have a class to make something. So yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, you'd be able to spend some time here and create a nice little layout to take home. Alright, we'll take a look at the final section that's over here. Just a few more scapes. Call it the indoor green. Alright, so let's look at this. We'll start off with the 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀. This one has some nice Seiryū stones with Riccardia and some other plants. This is a nice jewel orchid. Wow, that's a cryptocorin, but I have no idea what kind of cryptocorin that is, and it doesn't say. But that's cool, I like that. And now down here you've got the 30 centimeter system Paluda. So those ones we saw over there was the 60 centimeter ones. This is a 30 centimeter, and I think this is scaped by Honma-san, one of the top creators from ADA. But really nice, really natural looking setup. I love all these plants that's just hanging down here. I don't know if it's plants or the roots, but I think it looks really neat. And then here's another one of those where it looks like the wood is just floating there. Looks really, really simple. Like a minimalist style. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this. Make sure to visit ADA Lab in Osaka or even in Tokyo if you're in the area, and I'll see you guys next time.